In this article, we'll explore the pros and cons of dominant personalities in a Christian marriage and offer practical biblical advice for finding balance. Dominant personalities in a Christian marriage, pros, cons, and finding balance. What is a dominant personality in Christian marriage? Dominant personalities are often seen as natural leaders, confident, decisive, and assertive. These traits can be great assets in a Christian marriage, but what exactly defines a dominant personality? A dominant personality is often characterized by assertiveness, confidence, decisiveness, and a natural inclination to lead. However, if left unchecked, dominance can also create tension, foster pride, and disrupt the harmony God desires in marriage. In this article, we'll explore the pros and cons of dominant personalities in a Christian marriage and offer practical biblical advice for finding balance. The strengths of dominant personalities in Christian marriage. Dominant personalities bring unique strengths to a relationship. Research has shown that individuals with dominant traits are often perceived as strong leaders and problem solvers, which can positively influence teamwork and decision-making in relationships, helping to provide direction, stability, and a proactive approach to challenges. Anderson and Kilduff, 2009. When rooted in humility and guided by God, these traits can greatly benefit the marriage. Some of these traits are leadership and decision-making. Dominant individuals are often comfortable taking charge and making decisions, which can provide direction in times of uncertainty. Problem-solving skills. They tend to approach challenges with confidence, quickly identifying solutions. Protectiveness. A dominant spouse often feels a strong responsibility to protect and care for their family. Initiative. They're proactive, often stepping up to take action when needed. Goal-oriented. Dominant personalities typically have a clear vision and work diligently to achieve it, which can help couples achieve shared goals. Dependency on God. When dominant individuals recognize their need for God's guidance, their natural drive and confidence are channeled through a deep reliance on His wisdom and strength, creating a stronger spiritual foundation for their marriage. The challenges of dominant personalities in Christian marriage. While dominance has its advantages, it can also lead to challenges that may strain a marriage if not balanced by humility and self-awareness. Studies indicate that dominant traits, when unchecked, can lead to increased conflict and reduced satisfaction in romantic relationships due to difficulties in collaboration and communication. Luo, Zhang, and Watson, 2016. When left unchecked, dominant tendencies may manifest in the following ways. A tendency to control. Dominant individuals may unintentionally overshadow their spouse's voice, leading to a lack of collaboration. Difficulty admitting fault. A dominant spouse might struggle to apologize or acknowledge mistakes, seeing it as a weakness. Resentment of feedback. They may view constructive criticism as a challenge to their authority, leading to defensiveness. Neglecting vulnerability. Dominant personalities often suppress their own fears and insecurities, making it difficult to connect emotionally. Overconfidence. Relying too heavily on their own abilities can push God's guidance and their spouse's input to the sidelines. Seeks recognition. Dominant personalities often desire acknowledgement for their efforts and accomplishments. While this can stem from a positive desire to feel appreciated, it can also fuel pride and a sense of superiority if not kept in check. This mindset may lead to frustration, imbalance, or inadvertently diminishing the value of their spouse's contributions, creating tension in the marriage.
Feeling disconnected in your Christian marriage? A dominant personality can create unseen barriers, leaving you feeling unheard, frustrated, and unsure of how to move forward. If you're struggling with these challenges, know that you're not alone, and you don't have to figure it out on your own. We offer a free, No obligation telephone consultation where you and your spouse can openly share your concerns, ask questions, and explore whether working with us is the right step for your marriage. This is simply a conversation. No pressure, no commitments, just a safe space to gain clarity and direction. Take the first step today. Schedule your free telephone consultation today at our website, thecolorofmarriage.com, or click the link in the video description. Let's start the conversation and see how we can support you on this journey.
Finding balance, biblical principles for dominant personalities. To harness the strengths of a dominant personality while avoiding the pitfalls, couples can apply these biblical principles. Practice mutual submission. Marriage is a partnership. Ephesians 5:21 reminds us to submit to one another out of reverence for Christ. This means both spouses must value each other's perspectives and seek God's will together. Practical tip: create space for open dialogue where both spouses feel heard and respected. Avoid making unilateral decisions without consulting each other. Effective communication. Communication is the cornerstone of any healthy marriage. For dominant personalities, this means actively listening to their spouse's thoughts and feelings, ensuring their voice is heard and valued. Research highlights that couples who practice active listening and empathetic communication experience greater relationship satisfaction and emotional intimacy. Markman et al., Varm 2010. Proverbs 18:13 reminds us, if one gives an answer before he hears, it is his folly and shame. By fostering open and honest dialogue, couples can avoid misunderstandings and build a foundation of trust. Practical tip: set aside regular time for uninterrupted conversations where both spouses can share openly without judgment or interruption. Embrace humility. Philippians 2:3-4 says, "Do nothing from selfish ambition or conceit, but in humility count others more significant than yourselves." Dominant spouses in Christian marriage can reflect Christ's humility by prioritizing their spouse's needs and showing willingness to admit when they are wrong. Practical tip: when conflicts arise, ask yourself, am I prioritizing my spouse's well-being or my own agenda? Rely on God's guidance. Proverbs 3:5-6 encourages us to trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. Dominant personalities must guard against self-reliance and remember to seek God's direction in all areas of marriage. Practical tip: pray together as a couple, asking God for wisdom in decision-making and for hearts that reflect His love. Cultivate vulnerability. Vulnerability fosters emotional intimacy and trust. Dominant personalities can show strength by being honest about their struggles and fears. Practical tip: set aside time to share feelings and experiences with your spouse without fear of judgment. This deepens your connection and builds trust. Celebrate your differences. Acknowledge that God designed you and your spouse with unique strengths and weaknesses to complement each other. Embrace these differences as a gift. Practical tip: regularly express appreciation for your spouse's contributions to the marriage, whether they lead in subtle or bold ways. How Christ's example shapes balance in Christian marriage. Christ's life offers the perfect model of leadership balanced with humility. In John 13, Jesus, though fully God, humbles himself to wash his disciples' feet, demonstrating servant leadership. This is the same sacrificial love we are called to embody in marriage. Ephesians 5:25. For dominant personalities, following Christ's example means leading with a heart of service, prioritizing your spouse's well-being, and recognizing that true strength lies in humility. Reflection questions for couples. How have dominant personality traits benefited or challenged our marriage? Are there areas where pride or control has created tension? How can we address them? What steps can we take to prioritize mutual submission and Christ-centered humility in our relationship?
Your marriage is worth the effort. A dominant personality can be a powerful strength in a Christian marriage. but only when balanced with humility, vulnerability, and a reliance on God. If you're feeling the strain of conflict or disconnection, you don't have to face it alone. We offer a free, confidential telephone consultation where you and your spouse can openly discuss your concerns, gain clarity on your challenges, and determine if working with us is the right next step. No pressure, just a conversation to help you move forward with greater understanding and hope. Take the first step today. Visit our website at thecolorofmarriage.com to schedule your free consultation. Again, that website address is thecolorofmarriage.com. You will also find the link to our website in the description of this video. Let's work together to strengthen your marriage and honor God's design for your relationship. Stay tuned for some final thoughts.
Closing encouragement. Dominant personalities bring incredible strengths to a Christian marriage, but they must be balanced by humility, vulnerability, and reliance on God. By embracing these principles, couples can experience the beauty of a marriage where both partners feel valued, respected, and united under Christ's guidance. Remember, the goal isn't to suppress your dominant personality, but to channel it in ways that honor God and strengthen your relationship. Great things happen when couples embrace their God-given strengths while humbly seeking His will together. Let us help you overcome the difficulties of your marriage today. Visit thecolorofmarriage.com to schedule a free, confidential consultation.
Well, that's it for this marriage replenishment episode. We hope to see you next time. If you'd like to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to our channel, click the like button, and share this with someone who could benefit from it.